Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. This is Rolodex Card Tuesday. Yeah, it is Tuesday already. And we are going to work on the little Rolodex card challenge. I do it every Tuesday. That's why I mentioned Tuesday previously. And I know there are a few gals participating, and they are showing their work on their YouTube channels. One is Becca over at Willow Hill Design. She's been making some lovely, lovely cards. So check Becca out over at Willow Hill Designs. She also does fabulous quilting and slow stitching, and she just does beautiful work. So check her channel out. That would be great. So this week I really wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I have a book here. It's not really a book. It's a folder, and it has great pockets in it. And I keep all of just my little ditties in here, stamps and other things. So I pulled that out today because it does have small items in it. And I came across these stamps here, and these are really old. These, let me open it up so you can see. I just love any type of stamp. And it says 1955 wildlife stamps by the National Federation, Wildlife Federation. And I don't know, we used to get these in the mail. They would send them in an envelope. I don't know, it must be they were looking for a donation or something. And I have quite a few of these, and they range, you can see they range in size. And I just love them. That's one reason why I started the Rolodex collaging, because I have so many beautiful stamps that they sit in my books and drawers, and I don't get to see them. So you'll see me using a lot of stamps in the Rolodex, or on the Rolodex cards. And then some of these larger ones I will work with in other ways. So I pulled this sheet, and then I also have, I'm working on my crossword puzzle collage, and I have my gals over here to the left. I'll give you a little sneak preview. But this comes out on Thursday. And I'm working in a magazine, Greencraft, and I found this page here, and I love this image. And I have these three gals here that I'm working with for that. I'm trying to come up with a nice collage there around the crossword puzzle and a saying. And then I pulled for the crossword puzzle collage, I pulled this piece here. And this is out of my Ruth Simon's Beholding and Becoming book. And there's beauty. I have a video on this book here, a flip through, and there's beautiful, beautiful artwork in there. I have one book for reading, and then I bought one to cut up. And I pulled this page out, and I was fussy cutting down here. I was fussy cutting a set of flowers here, which you can see, for the collage, my crossword puzzle collage. But I'm going to take this one, and I can cut more out. I'm going to use this on my Rolodex card, because I just thought that would be really pretty on there. And the other thing I pulled some faux money out of I have all kinds of money here out of a book, and I cut all of these out. So I pulled that, and then I also, this was in the back. This is very old. This was in the back of stamps, I believe, that they used. Let me show you. I think they're rationing stamps used in the war. Yeah, war ration book. This is book 4. Let me show you. I love all of these old vintage books. So this here, United States of America, Office of Price Administration War Ration Book 4. I don't know if there's a date on here. And these are the ration stamps in here. And these are fun to use. I don't know if there's a date. I don't see a date. Never buy ration goods without a ration stamp. Never pay more than the legal price. Oh, right here. Looks like 1943, I think. Let me get my magnifying glass out. As a matter of fact, I'm starting this, and then I have to stop to go to the eye doctor. I need new glasses. Yeah, 1943. All right. And this was kind of in it, attached to it. So I thought, Distillery Warehouse Stamp, Internal Revenue, I thought I would use that as well. So if you want to join in and see how the Rolodex cards come out, they are small. Mine are a little bit smaller than other people's. I think these are like 2.25 by 3 inches. So these are tiny, so I do have to find small images, but I'd love to have you stick around, see how it comes out, the final piece, and then if you want to join in, I would love to have you sit down. It's quick art. It's quick, it's fun. You don't get nothing to get all stressed out about. It's just fun. It's just a fun play with paper. And I use items, like I said, that are sitting around. I do not go out and buy anything for this challenge. I use what I have. So I think I want this gentleman's face here. And I think I'm going to put this right about here. And I don't really care if the white is showing. So I'm going to get this down. First, and just I do not use glue stick on my Rolodex cards. I've tried using glue stick, however, they curl on me, and it doesn't matter what glue stick I use. I don't know how other people use it. And I was sent by Cindy a glue stick that she thought would be the cat's meow for me to use, and it still curls. Maybe I use too much. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I realize I wear cheaters when I work on all of my art here, and that's all I've needed. But the other day I was in the grocery store and I couldn't read the upper signs, you know, where if you're looking for the flour, cookies or chips, or you know, fruit drinks, whatever. I couldn't read those signs down the aisle, and I'm like, yeah, who am I kidding? So I have an appointment this morning to get some glasses, get my eyes checked. And I notice as well, as it gets brighter outside, my eyes bother me a little bit more. I have to take drops for glaucoma. They're not really sure I have glaucoma in my left eye. My right eye is perfect. I had LASIK. And if you're thinking about getting LASIK for your eyes, I would suggest do not do it. They have to raise the pressure up in your eye, which I didn't realize tremendously. And I don't know if it was a perfect storm that my left eye started acting up before or after my LASIK surgery, so I wouldn't have to wear glasses. Let me tell you something, you still have to wear glasses down the road. It doesn't last forever, and I should have known better, because I call it a sensor bar in my eye. And if I close my right eye, I can only see certain images. So if I close my right eye and I'm looking directly at a person, I can see their torso and the top of their head, but their face is gone. And my right eye is working extra to correct that, to, you know, take over. So like this morning, my eyes, they burn. So I have to take drops 3 times a day. I have to take one set of drops when I first get up in the morning, and I take the same drops in the afternoon, anywhere between 2 and 4. And then I take a drop called Lumigan before I go to bed at night. So it's not a whole lot of fun. All right, so here's my background. And then I don't know if I want to use a little bit of this over here. I know I want to have this come down and around. And I want that like that, because you have to consider your little holes here as well. And I want to use, excuse me, I want to use a stamp. And I just have to see what color. Let's see, let me get a little clip, because I want to keep this on here and see what color would really work nice with this. So we have this one here, which has the dark blue that would go with that, and the 2 shades of pink. I'm going to take some of these bigger ones off, and I'm going to set these aside. Put those aside, and then I'm going to just put these in half, because they're starting to come apart anyways. All right, so we have this flower, this flower. I don't think I want to do an orange. I think that's a little too red. All right, and then I have this one here, which I'm just going to take this off. All right. They do take up quite a bit of space, don't they? So now I don't know if I want to just do rip and tear on each side. I may end up doing that. I have the blue. I'm not sure about this orange background, but we'll see. Although that's a little more calming, isn't it? I wasn't sure about the orange. I think that's too red. I don't like that. I think I may go with this blue. I think this is a bit too much. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. This might be kind of pretty if I tear this around and I put a little bit on this side and I put one over on this side. Because I do like seeing this here. And as far as this goes, I don't think we need this. This is not going to add anything to it. All right, so I think we'll do that. And remember, I mean, I work, when I do these collages, I work, depending on the size, I work in odds. So I work in either 3s or 5s. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And let's see, I will rip this here. I'm just kind of seeing what, and the other thing I could do is I could rip it up to here, and then I could fussy cut around it, but that's not going to work either, because then if you do that, you're going to have to deal with this part, this orange part here, and that would look kind of odd. Could rip around it, but I'm almost tempted just to rip it right down. I think that would look best. I could also rip it on an angle. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we can put, and now I'm wondering if I want to, I think I might take this white off. I don't think the white, see, we just have to see. So maybe I'll glue it up above, and then I will cut around it. And we're going to ink this up. So I want to thank everybody for joining in. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I appreciate you becoming a subscriber. And if you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you subscribe. I think I have a lot of videos on here that you might be interested in. For all of my gals that come back faithfully every week, I appreciate you. And I look forward to chatting with you and hearing what you have to say about my work and what's going on and things maybe you would like to see. And for all of my members over at Patreon, thank you. I appreciate your support over there. And I have to rip this off a little bit, don't I? Yeah. There we go. And I didn't even think about getting that one out, did I? All right. All right. So we have that, and then I'm going to have to do the same thing over here. We're going to rip this a little bit. Not sure if this is going to be my favorite one, or I know, we'll see. Just playing. Okay. I know I wanted to put this one on the bottom, but I didn't think ahead. Thought ahead, but then I didn't execute what I was thinking. And I know we've all done that. I know we have all done that. Let's get this cut off here. Oh, we got snow on Saturday night into Sunday, and we were all so disappointed. because we had been having some really nice warm days. And yuck, just yucky again. We got 5 inches of snow again outside, and it's just, ugh, not fun. All right, so let's get this down. And I think maybe I'll ink it just a little tiny bit. And then this past weekend, I spent Friday, Saturday, and part of the day yesterday, and I finished my photos of the twins for the year 2000. And oh, I'm so happy that I got that done. Now I can move on to another year. But that's my goal for this year. It was supposed to be last year, getting these scrapbooking, the scrapbooking done, and the books of the photos of the boys. And I let myself down last year, but I want to get that done. And so that, I had a good weekend doing that. I just have probably a dozen pages that I just have to put together, but the photos are all with the papers and stuff. And that won't take me long at all. But I realized I threw a lot of photos away because it's like, how many pictures really can you have? You know, you can only have so many. And it's funny when you have little kids, when your children are growing, you take photo after photo after. Some of them I looked at and I'm like, what the heck was I thinking? Or my husband, you know. And that's when we had 35 millimeter. Where is my... That's when we had 35 millimeter. And, oh my Lord, the money that we spent on developing. And then, of course, with me having the twins, you know, I had to have 2 of everything. So... there. Okay, so we have this. All right. And then, let's see, I feel like it needs a little something else. I do like that orange. I'd like to get a little saying or something. And maybe put right down here. Or I'm wondering if I should stitch around it. I think maybe some stitching would add to it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of stitching, I think, just here and there in the corners. I'm not going to do a whole stitch around, and I may still add a little word down here, and then on the back I'm going to stamp in my mood today. I stitched around the card, and you'll see, I like to stitch, I call it, you know, not free stitching, but it's a little haphazardly stitching, I guess, is what I want to call it. I don't like to stitch, you're going to see here, I don't like to have everything perfect around my cards. I like to, here I went off the edge a little bit, over on this side I went off the edge a little bit, I do a double line, I kind of get a little wonky up around here. This is a single stitch where I've got the double stitch. I just think that type of stitching adds a little bit to it. I don't like to have perfect stitching around my cards, all right? So if you, I mean, if you do want to stitch and you're like, oh, well, I can't keep a straight line, just do it. Do it like this. And I think it all just blends in really, really well. I also pulled the Tim Holtz sayings, and there's a couple on here. I'd like to do, there's one here, be brave. And I like that because, you know, I wasn't sure about this orange here. And I just think it takes a little bit of courage to, you know, pick some colors that you're not used to working with or you don't think might go. These also, this would have been a nice project to use my color cubes on, but I think these colors really go lovely together. I have another one here that is do your best, because that's all that you want to do is when you're working with your art. You just want to do your best. And here's one that says stay strong. And I think that works really well when you're working with your art, because you obviously have a conviction there, and you have to stay strong about what you want to do and just believe in what you're doing is going to be great. So I think here though, I'm going to do the be brave, and I think it would be kind of cute to put that right down here in this corner. I thought maybe it might go nice up here as well, but I think this just needs a little something down here. So we're going to put that there. Be brave. And I think that's really pretty. I like that color combo. And then on this side here, I'm just going to ink this a little bit. And then on the back, again, I'm going to stamp out the word brave. I just think that kind of sums up using this color palette. I didn't pull my ink pad. I'm just grabbing this here. So, B-R-A-V-E. So my A is going to go in the center. I always see how many letters are in the world. Let's see how many letters there are in the world. I always start in the middle with the middle letter. And then I work backwards. Whoops, that just seems to work out the best for me. And that's how I get my words somewhat centered. E, V. Oh, and that is it. I will be off to the eye doctor's very shortly now. Let's see what he says. There. All right. So that is this week's little Rolodex card. So I hope everyone enjoyed this. I think it came out really cute. I hope I was able to give you some sort of inspiration or a little tip or trick or something that I do. I'll always give you a pass on doing whatever you want to do. That's half the fun of collaging and making these little things. Just whatever inspires you, and just, again, be brave about it. So that is it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this week's card. I will see you Thursday in my crossword puzzle collage, and I want everyone to have a really great crafty week. All right, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.